Season 5 of award-winning Aging and Awesome is a production of the Nevada Senior Care Foundation, the A&A Media Group, and Consider It Done Productions, proudly presented by community stakeholders across Nevada and Senior Care Plus, the only Nevada-based not-for-profit Medicare Advantage plan serving Las Vegas Henderson, Reno Sparks, and more. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons.
Hi there. It's so good to see all of you across Nevada and around the world on streaming TVs. I'm Joe Del Ripa.
And I'm Kai Sisson. Welcome to Aging and Awesome. On today's show, we keep our eyes on the skies. Aaron Breen introduces us to some high-flying hobbyists who are behind these incredible radio-controlled aircraft, how they are staying aging, awesome, and aerodynamic.
Gift cards are for gifts, not payments. George sits down with the Better Business Bureau, who is here to reveal why scammers are targeting older people using gift cards.
Plus, a little later in the show, the importance of preparing for long-term care for yourself or a loved one with attorney John Michelson. And a spin around town in my cab for some trivia. All that and more next on Aging and Awesome.
Looking for a new hobby? Here's one that will get you outside and keep your eyes on the sky. Aaron Breen introduces us to the Reno Radio Control Club. Have a look.
The pilots gather early in the morning. You gotta do this when the air is cool and the wind is light. The Reno Radio Control Club has about 50 members, and
I'd say the average age is 65.
We chartered the club in 1965 as the Reno Radio Control Club, and I was one of the original members, and I'm the last surviving member of that original group.
how long have you been flying these?
About probably 56 or 57 years.
These flyboys are serious about aeronautics.
I design and build my airplanes out of wood. I have 6 airplanes on right now.
I have 8 that are ready to fly. Oh, it's just fun. I started building little solid models when I was just a little kid. Then I started flying free flight, where you build a plane and throw it in the air and hope you find it. And then I flew U-control, where you saw earlier, going around in circles.
That's when the plane is tethered by a long cable.
You got to be able to turn in the circle the whole time. So you got to have balance. You got to have the agility to be able to turn around and everything the whole time while you're turning. And I'm 85 and I'm still able to do this.
But most of the planes here are radio controlled. The pilots all have the same interests, but they're here for a lot of different reasons.
Fun. I've always been interested in full-size aviation and models. It's just really a good hobby.
When you're flying, everything else that's happening in your life goes away because you're concentrating on flying, you're concentrating on doing maneuvers, concentrating on your landings.
For me, it's proof of my design. If I draw up a plane and put it together, they all fly. It's just a matter of how well they fly. The community, the guys like today, they came out in force. That was a really nice thing. You know, just send out an email and they show up. It's kind of nice and talk, airplane talk all the time.
You fly it exactly like a real airplane. It's got the same control movements off of the transmitter, does everything. It'll actually do more than a real airplane will do because there's not a pilot in there that can get knocked around or have
Get sick from doing the loop-de-loops.
Yeah. When you crash these, and we crash them, you just go pick up the pieces and walk away instead of having a dead guy on the ground, so to speak.
If you're not really sure that you want to do something like this, we will set it up and you can come out here and you can fly with an instructor. You will actually fly the airplane on your own. You don't have to worry about crashing it or getting in trouble because he'll take it over if you get in trouble. But you can at least at that time experience what it was like and see if you could really be interested in something like this.
So I took him up on that offer, since I was there.
Right now to Pyramid Lake now.
Okay.
All right.
Come back. Oops. Whew, a good thing I didn't have a real pilot on board. And I'll bet you can do way better than I did. To give it a try, just go to their website at renorcclub.org to register. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Ahead on Aging and Awesome, important information about how gift card scams are targeting older people and the severity of long-term care preparation with attorney John Michelson.
But first, we reconvene with Erin Breen, who has a keen perspective on resilience. Don't you go anywhere. Aging and Awesome returns in 90 seconds.
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
If you're dealing with a serious illness or going through treatment, you don't have to do it alone. Infinity Hospice Care provides palliative care through Nevada Care Connect to help with symptom management, emotional support, and the care you need. Treatment can begin any time during an illness, during and after treatment, and all of it from the comfort of your home. Nevada Care Connect will work directly with your doctor and specialist to ensure the treatment you receive is exactly what you want. Learn more at nevadacareconnect.com.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
Hi folks, Ron Ford for Sierra Air. We live in an area with extreme seasons. We understand that when your furnace quits in the middle of a blizzard or your air conditioning system breaks down on the hottest day of summer, it's not only inconvenient, it can be a real emergency. That's why we're here whenever you need us. We have expert technicians available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure you and your family stay safe and comfortable. To learn more, give us a call or visit sierraair.com.
Sierra Air.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Welcome back. There has been a lot of concern that this past year will have far-reaching effects on all of us, especially on kids. But you know something? We are resilient. We really are. We've weathered wars and still found successes. We've overcome droughts and financial ruin and still risen because we are resilient. The actual definition of resilience is the ability to become strong, healthy, or successful after something bad happens. And I gotta say, this entire year qualifies as something bad happening over and over and over again, something bad every day. But we are determined, and all that bad that's happened is not gonna keep us down. Maya Angelou was homeless. She lived in a junkyard for about a year during a very rough time growing up. Yet she had the right view on life, and she wrote, "I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Because you know what? Adversity makes us all stronger." Bo Taplin wrote, "She was unstoppable, not because she didn't have failures or doubts, but because she continued despite them." And that's something that we are all facing right now. Because, like it or not, we learn from clearing all those hurdles in life. Dr. Steve Maraboli once said, "Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving. We get stronger and more resilient." And Jodi Picoult said, "The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you would ever believe at first glance." And in Oh, the Places You'll Go, Dr. Seuss hits upon themes of having dreams, taking chances, having high expectations, and embracing the unknown. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're all on your own, you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where to go. You know what? We're all at that crossroads right now. It's up to each one of us at every age to pick our path forward. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Thinking about moving or downsizing? You should meet my good friend, Marcia Rambo, with Realty One Group Eminence. With over 30 years experience, if you're looking for a home that better fits your lifestyle, call Marcia today and tell her Joe sent you.
Even with more than 1 million people cared for by hospice each year, the decision to call hospice is never easy. However, at Infinity Hospice Care, many families tell us they wish they would have contacted us sooner. And with hospice being covered by Medicare and most insurance, the decision to get your loved ones the help they need is even easier. Plus, the registered nurses at Infinity Hospice Care are available 24/7. To learn if we can help, go to infinityhospicecare.com.
Customized coverage for your healthcare needs. Your Insurance Agency, serving Nevada seniors for over 50 years. Your Insurance Agency offers all Medicare plans. You need a plan as unique as you are. Your Insurance Agency has agents across Nevada. Call 775-209-1010.
I thought there was nothing people could do about scams until I found Better Business Bureau's Scam Tracker website. There, I learned about scams in my area.
I lost a lot of money.
And I shared my story too. I was offered an online work-from-home job. I spent all this money on course training materials, but there was no job. So be careful.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Better Business Bureau. Start with trust.
Living at Lakeside Manor, an independent senior living community in the heart of Reno, means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Rooms are available now, starting at $15.80 a month. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today. For nearly 30 years, Michelson & Associates has been protecting Nevada families and their legacies, specializing in elder law, including estate planning, contested estates, guardianship, probate, Medicaid, and VA pension benefits. Their goal is to protect seniors from exploitation and to build, protect, and sustain family relationships and property. The Michelson team stands ready to evaluate your needs, recommend the best course of action, and provide second-to-none service every time. Call Michelson & Associates today.
At Intermountain Healthcare, you get the same healthcare partners, caregivers you know and trust, but you also get more. More nationally renowned specialists to serve you. More holistic care, including preventive care and mental health. More technology options to simplify and improve your care experience. What does getting more mean? A healthier, stronger you and healthier, stronger communities. Because all of us are better together.
Welcome back to Aging and Awesome. Today we have with us is Tim Johnston from the Better Business Bureau. We're going to be talking about some things that you need to pay attention to. So Tim, what do you have for us today?
So gift cards, we're used to buying them. I mean, billings are being bought year after year, but they're also being used by scammers. They know that we're buying gift cards and they're using them as a way of being able to transfer that money from the victim to them. It's an easy way for them to do it. It's virtually untraceable. And the big thing to know about it is if you're being contacted and being asked to pay somebody with a gift card, don't do it. It's a scam. Gift cards are for gifts. They're not to make a payment.
Because you definitely don't want to get in some of these scams. I just read a story about a couple in British Columbia, Canada, who lost $8,300 because they got scammed. So be very, very careful on where you're purchasing these cards from.
Not so much where you're purchasing, but what you're doing with that gift card. Over the last 3 years, we've seen the amount of losses, the median losses reported to BBB Scam Tracker, nearly triple. So now in 2020, the median loss is about $700. Now, not close to the $8,300 that you talked about, but $700 is still a good amount of money that is being lost in a median average. So what we're seeing is the risk of losing money to a gift card scam increases with age. So those over 65 are really losing the most money when it comes to gift card scams. So what it comes down to is knowing that gift cards are being used by scammers. Sure. They're going where people happen to be. And so if you're being asked to pay, say, the IRS or Social Security, or even you get a call from a grand child, or
Sure.
maybe get an email or a text from somebody that you know that needs some money to help them through in a pinch, and they're asking you to do it via gift card. Stop. Don't do it.
So are there other scams that we need to worry about that the Better Business Bureau has their radar on?
There is. So just not too long ago, we released our 2020 risk report for reports that were made to BBB Scam Tracker in 2020. And no surprise, we were living primarily online during this pandemic, and online purchase scams were the riskiest scams. But as we're living online, we're buying more. Scammers go to where people happen to be, and they're taking advantage of the situation. And so if you are buying online or buying things off of your social media accounts and your apps, those are things that we're seeing are very risky for people to lose money on. Scammers have upped their game. I mean, back in the day, it used to be you'd get a fax from a Nigerian prince and it was poorly written, and you get this fax and you go, oh yeah, I know it's a scam. But now they're using technology that anybody else is using, and they're using it to their advantage.
So Tim, tell us about the Better Business Bureau Scam Tracker.
So this is a unique way to be able to report scams, whether you've lost money or not. And not only is the information that is being taken in being provided to law enforcement, but you're helping others in your community by knowing what are the current scams taking place. And what we're doing is we're helping people prevent them from being scammed by going online to do a search and see, is this scam happening somewhere else? You can find it at bbb.org/scam tracker.
Well, thanks, Tim, for coming on the show.
Thank you, George. When it comes to preparing for the inevitability of getting older, the important discussion of what the long-term plan is for you or a loved one's care can never happen too soon. Have a look.
Joining us now is attorney John Michelson with Michelson & Associates. John, long-term care, it's a scary thing. People don't want to have to think about being cared for a long time, but what are some of the misconceptions of long-term care and planning for it?
I think one of the misconceptions is that it's just not going to happen to me. You know, that people put it off. They feel like sometimes if they plan, that means it's going to happen to them. And the reality is it's just so much easier on the family, on your spouse, on yourself, your peace of mind, if you can just take some proactive steps ahead of time to plan in case somebody's health, like if it's a couple, you know, is it possible that at some point down the road someone's health is going to go down, and it might be a sudden event, could happen over time. A family's going to be able to do a lot more if they give themselves more of a lead.
Right, and I think a lot of people aren't aware of what it costs to be cared for a long time.
Yeah.
So when you're planning for that, a lot of it has to do with finances, right?
Yes, it does. Well, you could have in-home care for, I guess, an hourly amount. It can be hundreds of dollars up to several $1,000s to $10,000, $15,000 a month, depending on the level of care that's needed and the facility that you want to stay in.
And you could be after a stroke, a fall, accident.
So a lot of clients come in when, for example, the husband will have a stroke or something happens and he becomes disabled. It could be that maybe the husband or the wife has some significant memory decline and it's happening pretty fast. And the question is, how do we provide for the spouse that's well, the well spouse? Sometimes we call them the community spouse, and then there's the institutional spouse. The well spouse is saying, look, I love my spouse, but I'm not sure what to do. The kids are alarmed.
What do you do as an attorney to prevent any of the situation where they would be under financial stress?
You've got to have your estate plan in place. You got to have designated who's going to act for you, which of your kids is going to be in charge, or your spouse, you know, especially if there's remarriage. A lot of families are blended families now. So the estate plan is a good one up front. Also, I think people should see a good financial advisor. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but I think they should seek out a good professional that can help them look at their taxes and see how they can stretch their dollars. There are some more sophisticated planning options that you can do that probably you should see an attorney about, and just see if there are ways that you can structure what you have to last as long as possible.
And when it comes to your estate plan, that also includes health directives, right?
Yes, absolutely. You've got your healthcare power of attorney, your financial power of attorney, and the trust. All these things help keep you out of guardianship. That's something we want to try to avoid if we can, and having those documents in place really does help.
And I know, working in senior care in the past, families that are in dire situations when they don't have these things in place.
We love helping seniors and their families plan to have peace of mind and stretch their dollars as long as possible. We have a lot of great techniques, a lot of expertise in our office. By the way, we have offices in Reno, Summerlin, and Henderson.
If you want more information, you can call John Michelson at Michelson & Associates at 702-731-2333. John, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kai.
Still to come on the show, we take a spin in Kai's cab with the all-new contestant. Don't you go anywhere. Award-winning Aging and Awesome will be right back.
Spanning Northwest Nevada, the independent, assisted, and memory care communities of Fernley Estates, Mountain Lake Estates, Summit Estates, and Carson Valley Senior Living. Caring people, serving people, improving lives. Take a tour of these fantastic communities today. Looking for a fun way to connect with others by phone or online? Join the Nest Collaborative. Volunteers provide free one-to-one and small group social opportunities and technology assistance for older adults. Call 682-8641 to get connected. GI Consultants' highest priority is patient safety, with screening and infection control measures to keep our community safe, utilizing telemedicine services, allowing patients to visit with a provider from the comfort and safety of their home. For the best gastrointestinal and liver care, choose GI Consultants. Eden Home Health is Northern Nevada's highest rated home health for quality of patient care. You have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care, Eden Home Health. And Eden Hospice. The personalized care team at Eden Hospice is dedicated to focusing on your loved one's quality of life during a difficult time. Eden Hospice's mission is to ensure dignity for every patient. Find out how Eden Hospice can help your family by calling 841-6123.
Hi folks, Ron Ford for Sierra Air. We live in an area with extreme seasons. We understand that when your furnace quits in the middle of a blizzard or your air conditioning system breaks down on the hottest day of summer, it's not only inconvenient, it can be a real emergency. That's why we're here whenever you need us. We have expert technicians available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make sure you and your family stay safe and comfortable. To learn more, give us a call or visit sierraair.com.
Sierra Air.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
Customized coverage for your healthcare needs. Your Insurance Agency, serving Nevada seniors for over 50 years. Your Insurance Agency offers all Medicare plans. You need a plan as unique as you are. Your Insurance Agency has agents across Nevada. Call 775-209-1010. Hello and welcome back to Aging and Awesome, and welcome aboard Kai's Cab. You know, when I used to be a traffic anchor on Channel 2, I used to say, texting and driving means bumpers colliding. But now I say, trivia and driving means winners are riding in Kai's Cab. Hello back there.
Hello.
How are you today?
Just fine, thank you.
What's your name?
Diane.
Diane, thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Have you ever seen Kai's Cab?
Yes,
Oh,
I have.
good.
Half the time I don't know what, I can't guess what they're talking about.
I picked questions just for you.
Just for me? Good.
Oh, you're so sweet, Diane. Let's get going here. Question number 1. Which corn snack uses the motto, America's #1 finger hack? Is it A, Bugles, B, Doritos, C, Fritos, or D, Tostitos?
C?
C, Fritos?
Right, that's probably the only one I could remember.
Oh, Diane.
I know, but I really not good at this, but that's all right.
It's Bugles. That's okay, Diane. You can get one wrong, but you got to get the next 3 right. That's the deal, okay? Next 3 right.
Okay.
You're going to do it.
Okay.
You got this. Question number 2. A groundbreaking interracial kiss aired in 1968 on the Plato's Stepchildren episode of what science fiction television series? Is it A, Gilligan's Island, B, Bewitched, C, Star Trek, or D, I Dream of Jeannie?
I think it's C.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
Star Trek is
You're
correct.
kidding.
Well,
right?
good. Hey, good. You got the second one right. You got to get the next two right now.
Okay.
Ready, Diane?
Yes.
Question number 3. According to Reader's Digest, what is the best-selling McDonald's menu item of all time? Is it A, French fries, B, Big Mac, C, McRib, or D, Quarter Pounder with cheese?
I think D.
D, the Quarter Pounder with cheese?
Yeah.
At McDonald's, number one best-selling item of all time?
Probably not, but that's the only one I could think of.
Oh, Diane, you're so close. It was French fries.
I almost thought of that, but then I thought, no, a fry would be it.
Oh, my friend, you were so close to winning, but you did not win today. I do applaud you and thank you for coming along, though.
You're welcome, sir.
We'll have a rematch here soon,
good,
okay?
Good.
Well, my dear, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, good deal.
We are out of time. That was fun. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really love doing this for Nevada seniors. Our challenge for you this week.
We showed you how the Reno Radio Control Club is passionate about their hobby. What are you passionate about? Is there something new you can try this week that will give you a new sense of purpose and creativity? We all need that at every age. And who knows, you might find something that'll take your spirit to new heights. Don't forget about our online charity auction. It's coming up for the Nevada Senior Care Foundation. Head to agingandawesome.com to find out how you can donate a prize to be auctioned, and mark your calendars for June 3rd through the 7th, where you can bid on great prizes from trips around the country to local experiences and more. And remember, you can watch the show anytime and anywhere on your Roku, Amazon, or Apple connected TVs. Just search Aging and Awesome to download our app. From Reno to Carson City, Las Vegas, and Henderson, community stakeholders make this movement to encourage our community to be aging and awesome possible. And it is so important that you at home support them as they are hard at work bettering the lives of seniors and their families. A big thank you to Senior Care Plus,
GI Consultants,
Eden Home Health and Hospice, the Better Business Bureau, Morningstar Senior Living of Sparks,
Marsha Rambo with Realty One Group Eminence,
Your Insurance Agency, Michelson and Associates,
Summit Estates, Fernley Estates, Mountain Lake Estates, and Carson Valley Senior Living,
Intermountain Healthcare,
Infinity Hospice Care,
Sierra Air, The Nest Collaborative, and Lakeside Manor.
Have a fantastic rest of your day. We can't wait to see you next week. Bye.
1, 2, 3. Listen.
Jolly good show.